We are back, YouTube. For anyone who's returning, thank you, and for everyone who's new, welcome. I'm Mitch, and this is Retro Rummage. I am in the game. My channel is buying games, DVDs, Blu-rays, any electric items I get my hands on at car boot sales, Facebook Marketplace, or charity shops for a cheap price. So I'm getting traded into CEX at a high price, so I can build my own gaming collection. So yes, unfortunately, Sunday boot sale rained off this week. Yeah, it's been very, very wet all weekend. And unfortunately, all of them are cancelled, even the one that's later on in the day. So unfortunately, cannot get out to them. But you know me, I do like to, get out and game hunt at least once a week if I can. And obviously, you probably saw in my previous CEX roulette video that I've picked up a PlayStation 3. So today, I'm going to do a PlayStation 3 game hunt in my local CEX stores. Now, I'm very, very lucky that within, a small radius to me, a reasonable radius to me, I've got 4 or 5 stores. Now, I have looked online, and there are quite a few games that I would be, happy to add to my PS3 collection. But yeah, I've got the Grays, Lakeside, Basildon. There's also a new store in Canvey Island, and then there is also one in Southend-on-Sea, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go there yet or not. But yeah, let's hit the road, get out there, and see what games I can grab. So yes, we're back, and as you can see, it was a successful game hunt. Very, very, very happy with the games that I've got. Quite surprised, to be honest. I mean, I had a brief look, and I knew that there was a few games that I wanted, but obviously a few more jumped out at me when I was there. So yeah, got a lot more than what I thought I was going to get, and yeah, really, really happy with it. Obviously, when I set out to, get a PlayStation 3, it was because I wanted, the HD remastered games of some of the releases on the PlayStation 2, as well as some other games that are a little bit newer, which I've got here as well. So, without further ado, I'll get into it. First one, absolute staple. I mean, I don't have, I know that they've done, I believe, some Sega games on the PlayStation 2, but yeah, this one's got 40 Mega Drive games, and obviously I don't own a Mega Drive, so a really good way to to get these games, but all nice and complete. I think this one's about £8 now, and this is one thing that I love about when you're buying games in store at CEX is you can mix and match, and I think I actually took this case but then the manual from another game, and obviously you can take it up to the desk, and you can ask to have a look at the discs as well. Not too much of an issue with the PlayStation 3 games because they are very hard to scratch, but especially with PlayStation 2 and stuff like that, if they've got more than one game, always have a look and try and get the best quality disc. But yeah, nice one there to add to the collection, or to start off the collection with, shall we say, because I doubt it was the first game that I bought, but the first game that we're going over. So yeah, HD collections, as I said, recently completed God of War on the PlayStation 2, so now I've got God of War Collection. This one actually I've got from the Canvey store, I believe, and when I first was looking through the shelves, I just couldn't find it, but it said on the app that they had it. Went up to the counter, the guy said, let me see if we've got the disc. They found the disc, which had the manual with it, thankfully. But even they were struggling to find it, but they found it. But I think it may have been in the Blu-ray section next to the PlayStation 3 games or something like that. So yeah, this is one of the main reasons that I wanted to get it, because I've recently completed God of War 1, and I want to do God of War 2, so I thought, why not on the PlayStation 3 rather than the PlayStation 2. So yeah, I think this one was £22 or £28, something like that. Obviously all of these paid with voucher, so yeah, nice one there. Ratchet and Clank Trilogy Classics HD. This was the most expensive game I think I've got. Obviously again, complete with the manual. £35 I think I paid for that. Now, I've briefly played some of the Ratchet and Clank games on the PlayStation 2, and they are good fun. It's just not one that I've sat down, like the type of games that I tend to normally play are, games with like heavily story-based sort of thing. Obviously there is a story to this, but it's more of a fun game to play rather than, you want to know what happens at the end of the story, if that makes sense to you. So I will be giving this a go, and hopefully I'll be able to complete one of these this year. So yeah, and like I said, £35 that one, so probably the most expensive. And then yeah, got Tomb Raider Trilogy, Tomb Raider Legend, Underworld and Anniversary. Now I have said in my previous videos, I'm not a massive Tomb Raider fan, which is kind of a contradiction to, what I just said, in that I like games with that are, heavily story based and they've got a theme to them. But yeah, I don't know why. I do like Tomb Raider. It's not like, or should I say, it's not that I don't like them. It's just they're not my go-to. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'll definitely be giving these a go as well. Obviously, there's no point me buying all these games and then not playing them. Although you could say I've got a few games down there that I've bought and not played. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna give that a go as well. And then yeah, an absolute staple. I mean, I will 100% be playing this. Although I did complete all of these last year, 1, 2 and 3. But I mean, I'm keen to see what the difference is in terms of playing it on the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3. What I may even do is set both of them up on my PlayStation 2 and my PlayStation 3, and then like quickly switch between channels and see if I can notice the difference that much more. But yeah, Absolutely love this game. Yeah, can't say enough. Can't say any more about it. If you haven't played it, please do. It's a brilliant series game, whatever you want to say. And then I've realised I've missed one out. Wait, because I already put it up on the shelf, but it is Metal Gear Solid HD Collection, completed. Oh, sorry, did I open that one? That one is nice and complete as well. Obviously, spoiler alert, these have all got the manual, otherwise I probably wouldn't have bought them. But yeah, in really good condition as well. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid HD Collection. And sorry, I'm not. That was £10, I believe, and this was £15. So really reasonable, you know, for especially that these have got 3 games on them. You know, if you don't want to go out and buy a PlayStation 2, and you don't want to buy all of the games individually, in my opinion, it's a very good way to get these games very cheaply, and in, what's the word, maybe even better quality, especially if you've got like a HDMI connection on your TV. But yeah, as I was saying, Metal Gear Solid HD Collection. I did complete Metal Gear Solid 1 last year. I do want to do Metal Gear Solid Sons of Liberty, because I remember when this was released on the PlayStation 2 and completing it one, you know, like you get in the 6 weeks holidays. I went and stayed at my mum's friend's, and her son had got it, and yeah, basically I spent we was there for 2 weeks, and I think we spent the whole of the 2 weeks just playing it. Obviously, I was probably about 11 at the time. I mean, I don't know what year that come out. So it took us a while, but really enjoyed it. And that's where my love for Metal Gear Solid was cemented. Obviously, I did enjoy the first one, but I never completed that as a kid. But I did complete Metal Gear Solid 2 as a kid. So yeah, haven't completed Metal Gear Solid 3 yet. And I believe Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, that is a game that was originally released on the PSP. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, looking forward to giving that one a go on the big screen, shall we say. But yeah, £22 that was. So that was all that I managed to get in terms of the HD collection. There are a few more that I want to get. I'll probably get the Silent Hill one. A lot of people have said that it's not worth it. It's not as good quality as the PlayStation 2. But yeah, I've kind of like the OCD's kicking in me now, and I feel like I need to get it. I think there was a couple of others. I think there's you've got Splinter Cell, and yeah, off the top of my head I can't remember. Let me know in the comments if you've got any HD collection games that you would recommend. Like I say, I'm new to the PlayStation 3. I did have an Xbox 360 as a younger adult, should we say, but I wasn't massive on it. I think I had Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and that was it. So if you know of any good games, let me know in the comments. But these are the games that I got that are have not been released on the PlayStation 2, should we say. So the first game, very cheap one as well, is South Park: The Stick of Truth. Again, complete. I briefly played this around my friend's house, and I was creasing up the whole time. I think he had it on the PlayStation 4 as well, actually. But it's a game that I want to play. It was very cheap. I think it was like £3, something like that. So yeah, looking forward to giving that a go. I love South Park. It's my favourite animated series, should we say. It trumps, for example, Family Guy, American Dad, stuff like that. Yeah, really enjoy South Park. So looking forward to giving that one a go. And then yeah, following on from obviously God of War. This is a game that I've only got into back end of last year to this year, but really enjoying it. So obviously can't get the God of War HD collection without God of War Ascension. Now I've heard this kind of got slammed when it came out, that it's not as good as the other ones, but I find that games that I think as time goes by, people can get a better appreciation for games. I think it's more difficult at the time, especially when they're maybe comparing them to other games that were released at that similar time. And when you're paying, full whack for a game, you think, oh no, that's crap compared to, the previous one or whatever. So I'm confident that I will probably enjoy it. As long as it's like God of War, I can't see why I wouldn't. But let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on God of War Ascension are. I think it's very cheap. I think it's about £6, something like that. So not expensive at all. But yeah, this one, God of War 3. which again is nice and complete. I've heard very, very good things about this. I think that basically what happened was this was released, this was very, very good, and then God of War Ascension come out afterwards, which wasn't as good, and a lot of people were slamming it basically because of that. But again, I could be wrong. This is only briefly what the old internet has told me. So let me know in the comments. But again, looking forward to playing God of War Ascension. Again, looking forward to playing God of War 3 and Ascension, shall we say. And then yes, The Last of Us. Very, very good game. I'm actually playing this at the moment. This is the first, I think the disc isn't in there. This was the first game that I've put in the PlayStation 3, but basically I watched the TV series. I did obviously heard good things about this when it was released. Like I said, never had a PlayStation 3, and I believe that this is a PlayStation exclusive, so I didn't get a chance to play it when it was released. But yeah, really, really good game. I've only briefly played it. TV series was amazing, so interested to see how it will differ from the series. I know a lot of people were kicking off about the whole Bill episode, so be interested to see how that plays out, pans out. But yeah, very, very good so far. This will probably be the first a PlayStation 3 game, shall we say, that I will complete, because I've wanted to play it for a long time. It may even make me get a PlayStation 4 again just to play the new ones, maybe even a PlayStation 5. I don't know. That's something that I'm flirting with the idea of doing this year, just because there are some games that I want to play that have been released on it, but at the same time I haven't got room for a normal TV, and then I'd have to wire it up to this monitor, and then I think, is it worth getting a PlayStation 5? I've got PC. Anyway, these are all thoughts that I'm playing with at the moment, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yes, last game, but not least, this is an absolute gem. Devil May Cry 4. This was the first game that I completed, the first Devil May Cry that I completed as a youngster, shall we say. Very, very, very good game. Absolutely loved it. Like I said, I did play Devil May Cry 1, 2 and 3 as a child, but never completed them. And even now, I kind of feel like, I mean, I don't want to say it, but, you know, like on a whim, because I know people do have it and suffer quite bad with it, but sometimes I feel like I have like an ADHD brain, in that I find it very hard to sit down and play the same game for a very, very long time. You know, I can play for like an hour or maybe even 2, but after that I get bored, and especially as a youngster, I would play for 1 hour, maybe 2 hours for like a couple of days, and then I'd be like, no, right, on to the next game now. I've lost interest in that. But as an adult, I've kind of calmed down, and although I still can't play a game for like 3 or 4 hours on a Sunday or whatever, I will play it for a couple of hours, and it's now I've become obsessed with completing the game, if that makes sense. It comes like an addiction that I have to make sure that I complete that game before I stop playing it. But yeah, that's just how I operate with games at the minute. But yeah, I'll definitely be giving this one a go. Like I said, completed this probably when it come out, so yeah, hopefully I'll get that done this year as well. So all in all, I think there's some solid titles there to start off my PlayStation 3 collection. Let me know in the comments if there's any that I've missed, or especially with the newer games. I don't want to go down the route of getting loads and loads of games that I'm not going to play, especially for these newer consoles. I know it sounds stupid with the older consoles, but for them they are kind of more like collectibles for me, whereas these ones will be functional in that I will only play them. So I'm not going to be buying games just because they are expensive or rare or collectible or whatever. It will be just purely for gaming purposes. So if you've got a recommendation for a PlayStation 3 game, please let me know in the comments. Hopefully Boot Sales will be back on next week and be back to the regular schedule. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. Again, let me know in the comments if there was any PlayStation 3 games that I should grab that you would recommend. But if not, take care, and I'll see you all in the next one.